Hey, how's everybody doing? How are you doing out there? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy day, happy day. I have had a lot of musings today. I've had a lot of percolating thoughts, and I've had a lot of percolating thoughts around taking time for oneself. And I'm gonna actually go into it a little bit more granular like, and this one is focused for you men. And the focus is around this. It's around everything that I've been talking about when it comes down to carving time out for yourself. And I'm going to admittedly say that this was a problem for me. This was an issue for me because I didn't think highly of myself, and I didn't think highly of myself in a way where I thought it was necessary to take time. And I didn't know that it was necessary to take time because I wasn't seeing things like they were connecting around, well, I should take time with a few of my buddies because it's important for me to be able to have something, to be able to feel supported, to be able to feel connected as a man. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to ask you men out there right now, why aren't you doing this? And I'm asking you pointedly, why aren't you doing this for yourself? You're making excuses. You are making excuses. Jesse, I can't go anywhere because I've got 2 kids. One's 11 and one is 13. And they need me more now than ever. They need me to cook meals. They need me to drive them to school. They need me to help them with their homework. Yes, but here's the thing. They don't need you all the time. They need themselves just as much as you need yourself. And if you don't show up for yourself, how the hell do you think they're going to be able to survive in the real world? How are they going to do it? You are not leading by example, my friend. You are making excuses for yourself. And you are also feeling like you can't be authentically yourself around your wife. Did I just say that? Yeah, I did, man. I said that. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out on your BS. You do not believe that you can be yourself, that you can ask. You're not asking, by the way. I'm going to get to that in a moment. But you feel like you've got to ask for time, which you don't have to do. You don't have to do. You have to claim it. But you have to get to a place where you know yourself and you are confident with yourself to be able to know that you need something. And that something is yourself. That something is time. That is time in nature. That is time in this nature. It is grounding. It is earthing. All right? But you're not doing that. Why? Why are you not doing that? Because you're making excuses for yourself. Because. I can't do it because I've got to work. I can't do it because I need more sleep. I can't do it because, food's too expensive and I can't afford to eat organic food. And guess what? This is another part of, if you don't look after your health now, you're going to be paying for your illness later. Keep saying it, and it's going to show up for your mental health too. Okay? You carve out time for you. You've got to do that. Jesse, how do I do that? How do I do that? Here's what you do. Are you at wit's end right now? Are you tired? Do you need time for yourself? Do you need time in the morning to get things right? You should be calling me. You should be calling me right now. Jesse, I'm triggered by these things that you're talking about because, well, I don't know. If you're triggered by things that I'm saying, man, right now in this video, I want to talk to you. Why would I want to talk to you? Because you're making me triggered. Because if there's something that I'm saying that is pissing you off, that's not me. That's all you. That's all the stuff that you need to figure out. But here's the thing. You don't know how to get through it because you haven't carved out time for you. And you keep putting that off with hockey games, the playoffs. You keep putting that off with, I'm going to have a few beer afterwards. You keep putting off time out with your friends because you keep making excuses for yourself. Time, man. Time out. Time out. Jesse, how do I do this, man? How do I do this? I'm at wit's end. Okay, here's what you do. Every morning, you've got to start with you, me time. And it might mean that the first 3 days that you do this are going to be rough. But after that, it's going to be a little bit better. And then it gets perfecter. Okay? So, you're doing 20 burpees, 20 push-ups. Don't give me any BS. 20, don't argue with me. 20 burpees, 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups. Then you're going to do some squats. Come on, I haven't done squats since grade 11. Yeah, you're going to do a few of them. I'm going to get you to do 5. Okay? Then after you do that, you do a few stretches. They can be anything. They can be any stretch that you want. That is called me time. Then you think about what kind of time that you want for yourself. You've got to dedicate a day, my friend. And that's minimum right now because you've been running on fumes since 1988. You've been running on fumes since Jesus was a baby. You haven't given yourself enough time. And this is why you're so inflamed. You're talking sick to yourself, toxic, and you have foot problem or a knee problem or you've got back pain because you haven't given yourself enough time. So your body is starting to talk to you right now going, will you just slow down and listen to me? I am pain in your back right now because you won't listen. And you won't listen to that either because you're big and brawny and you're a man and you're not supposed to talk about this stuff. Yeah, I know, but you gotta let that stuff out. See, here's the thing. I'm just being passionate right now. But I'm advocating for you. I'm advocating for your subconscious right now. I'm advocating for every other little boy that lives inside of you that wasn't able to talk, that you shut out of your mind and you convinced yourself that you didn't need anything. That everyone else around you, like your kids, needed you. Your wife needed you. And they do. They're very important. But you need you. And you're not giving yourself anything. But a coffee in the morning? Come on. Okay, it's time to take back what was rightfully yours. Okay? It's time you do this. So, here's what I recommend. The exercises that I just started out with. You're doing that. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go think about what you need. And you need a day where you're going to go out in the mountains or in the lake. Or you're just going to go out on your own. And you're going to go do it. You're not going to ask. You're just going to say, hey, by the way, wifey, I need to do this. I got to get out and make time for myself. And the first thing she's going to say is, no, you're not. You've got this and this and this and this and this. And you're going to say, I'm going to afford myself some time over the next 3 weeks. Somehow I'm going to do this. But what about me? What am I going to do with the kids, with all that other stuff? You're going to give advance notice, which is how you do this, how you communicate this. But this is you right now. This is important. This is important for your mental health. This is important for all the gymnastics you do through your thoughts every day, as well as your physical health. This is the 5-alarm fire before the 5-alarm fire. Okay? So, when you've done that and stated that this is the specific day, don't go and say that you need a day. Have the day already in mind. Go through your phone or your day timer if you still use that paper thing. I do. And decide on the day that you're going to do. You time. The me time. Then you're going to go tell your spouse that this is what you're doing. You're going to help ensure up until that time that everything is taken care of. Oh my goodness, it's coming down rain right now. There's a lot of rain. Okay, I'm going to walk and talk. You're going to help get your wife and your family to a point so that when it comes to that day, you can take that time that is necessary for you. And then when you do take that time for you, it's going to be one of those days where you go, oh my gosh, looks like I am worried about them. Okay, you got to do the mental prep ahead of time. The mental prep is this. It is ensuring that you are ready to take this day for yourself. And taking this day for yourself, you've earned this. You've earned this, my friend. It is something you need to do. Okay? All right. This day that you take for yourself, you're going to take a book. You're not going to have any cell phone reception. Or if you do, your cell phone's going to be on airplane mode the whole day. Okay? You're going to have check-in points. I'm going to check in when I get there. I'm going to check in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'm going to check in with you when I leave. Or you just say, I'm taking this day. If something happens, I will let you know. I will be in touch. But this is for you. Now, you're probably 11 minutes and 18 seconds into this video with me going, I don't know how the hell I'm going to do this, but I'm going to figure it out. Or I don't know how the hell I'm going to do this, and I'm pissed off and I don't know what Jesse's saying right now, but somehow I'm going to make this happen. Or I'm pissed off and I'm still watching this video and I can't figure out why I'm watching this video, because I'm watching Jesse walk in the rain talk about stuff that is really making me mad. If it's really making you mad, that's you again, man. That's the day that you need to take for yourself that you're not already giving to you. All right. Now, I'm going to take a little pause so you can start to wind this in a little bit and figure out where you are. Don't worry, I'm not heated. I'm very passionately happy about telling you why this is something you need to do. So, on a day where I discovered who I was in a place in the mountains, and I discovered within myself that I really needed the time that I took that day. And I took the entire day and I absolutely loved it. And I found a place that was all to myself. I took a book, I took a beer, and then I took a towel, because I was by a river and I also wanted to do a cold dip. And I knew that I needed to spend time with myself because I just needed to be away from all the things that were making me feel the way that I did. Now here's the thing. Here's the other thing that I think why I think this is something you need to do, men. We make excuses for ourselves because we don't feel like there's anything wrong. Yet we complain about all the things in our lives that are wrong, don't we? I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. We tend to complain about all the things that are wrong before looking at ourselves first. So when I went out into the forest that day, into the mountains, and spent time with myself, I reset. I was no longer complaining about my job, even though there were still issues with my job. I was no longer complaining about not having done meal prep. I was no longer complaining about not having communicated with my with my family at that time and my spouse at that time. I was not complaining about that because I started to realize that it was me that needed to make those steps. I was taking responsibility for me. I have not always done a great job at this. And every day I see glimpses of the things that I used to do. But I also see glimpses of the things that I still do, which are the thoughts that go with these things. What is that? That is, well, I better do this so that I can do that. And if I don't do that, I got to do this. And There are all these serial patterns, right? The things that you think you need to do before everything else. It gets tiresome, hey, being up in your head all day. Okay, so first and foremost, take your life back. Second, carve out time for you every day, me time. Third thing, you're going to plan a day for yourself. Fourth, that day for yourself, it's going to be all about you. And I know the first day that you do it, you're going to be worrying about the kids and the wife, but where are you going to draw the line for you? See, here's how this works. When you do this and you commit to doing it and you actually do it, you strongly encourage, you strongly influence, and your family sees you doing something for you. Guess what? You create this template for, oh, I guess we need to take time for ourselves too. Your kids see this. It makes a profound impact on who they are. Dad's taken time for himself. He's gone fishing. Dad's taken time to hang out with his buddies. He's hanging out. Dad's taken time to go to the mountains today. He's doing that. Dad's taken time to go see Jesse to get some non-surgical done. Yeah, okay. You know, it's those things. They start seeing that. That starts creating the template that they have. And your wife sees it too. And when she sees that, she starts to feel like, oh my goodness, I guess I can do that too. And I haven't been doing that. And be there to support her when she decides that she wants to do it too. Maybe she's already doing it and you're just not doing it because you haven't gotten to a point where you feel like it's even necessary. Okay. So I'm calling you brothers out there, calling on you, calling you out, because when it comes time to take a May-long weekend or a day, you haven't planned, nor have you mentioned to your wives that you even want a day or a weekend to go out. And you would rather not have the discussion with them about it because it conjures up too many arguments. My friends, if that is you, we got some work to do. And why don't you call me at Valiant Wellness? Why don't you go to www.thevaliantlifestyle.com, connect with me so that we can start your perfect day. As a guy, I'm in this for you. I'm in this for you. We don't have enough support systems out there, nor do we have enough people like me out there willing to just listen. And I'm not going to ask you for something. All that I'm going to ask you for is I'm going to advocate for you, which is the stuff that you need. Tell me what you want. Okay? Rain subsided. Okay. I've said a lot here. But down on a granular level, men, you guys need to take time for you because no one else is going to do it. And you are the leader. You lead this thing. When your kids and your wife sees you doing it, it is going to open the floodgates and give them permission to do it too. But you also create that part of their template as an example of why this is healthy. And number 3, it's time you give yourself a gift. The gift of confidence, trust, and just getting out there to do it. And with that, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave this with you now. Take care. Have fun. Let's do this.